Jesus, this award is my God now! No one had less to do with this award than Jesus. He didn't help me a bit.
What you just heard was pure blasphemy, arrogance at its peak. But God is not mocked. Today, we'll expose 10 public figures who dared defy the Almighty and paid a terrifying price. Watch closely. Judgment always comes. Let's begin. Kathy Griffin, once celebrated comedian who dared to raise her voice against the divine. Known for her sharp tongue and bold humor, Griffin reached the peak of fame with her biting comedy. But in 2007, she crossed a line few dare to tread. During her Emmy acceptance speech, she shocked the world with the blasphemous words, "Suck it, Jesus. This award is my God now." With that, she mocked the very core of Christian faith, publicly declaring an idol in place of the Creator. The backlash was swift, but Griffin stood defiant. Christian groups condemned her, and networks censored her speech, but she wore the criticism as a badge of pride. Little did she know that her arrogant words would spark a series of devastating events. It was as if the heavens had taken notice, for what followed was nothing short of a descent into darkness. Griffin, once adored by many, began to face a collapse. So thorough, it could only be seen as divine judgment. In 2017, Griffin posed with a bloody, decapitated replica of then-President Donald Trump's head, igniting national outrage. The stunt led to federal investigation, public vilification, and a blacklist from virtually every media outlet. She was labeled a threat, banned from flying, and abandoned by close friends like Anderson Cooper. Griffin's career spiraled, and the laughter she once provoked turned into scorn. It seemed the world no longer saw a comedian, but a fallen idol. But the judgment did not stop at public shame. Griffin's personal life was shattered. She lost her sister to cancer, and later, her beloved mother. Soon after, she was diagnosed with lung cancer herself, despite never having smoked. The illness cost her part of her lung and left her physically and emotionally scarred. Coupled with severe addiction to prescription drugs and PTSD, Griffin teetered on the edge, even attempting suicide during a period of unbearable despair. The woman who once mocked Jesus now found herself broken, lost, and gasping for stability. Her voice, once used to taunt the divine, was silenced by surgery, trauma, and social exile. And as she stood in the ruins of fame and health,